Welcome back, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer, so now let's talk silver. Very interesting and important video today, folks. We have Robert Kiyosaki, the famous author of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which says that this precious metal is the most undervalued asset of a generation. And he's talking about silver. Kiyosaki has been recommending silver as a better investment option. He predicted silver moving sideways around $20 for 3 to 5 years and then rallying to $100 to $500. Now, if you guys don't know, I was actually a special guest on the Rich Dad podcast, Robert Kiyosaki's channel with over 3 million subscribers. I was invited on to talk about silver. My episode has 469,000 views. It was posted a couple months ago. I will post the link in the description if you want to go check it out. It was an amazing opportunity for me to be able to talk about silver on such a big platform. It was amazing. So go check that out. Just wanted to throw that out there because I thought that was pretty cool, and I'm sure some of you haven't seen that episode and possibly would want to. So anyways, I'm also doing a massive silver giveaway right now. The entry video is live. You have a chance to win an entire tube of sealed eagles. All you have to do is click one button, which is subscribe, and then go enter the hashtag, and you are entered for a chance to win an entire tube of sealed eagles. We'll be doing other giveaways over the next 4 or 5 months as we approach 100,000 subscribers as well. And as always, may the luckiest stackers win. Rich Dad, Poor Dad author says this precious metal is the most undervalued asset of a generation. He's predicting silver to move sideways around $20 for 3 to 5 years and then rallying to $100 to $500. And actually, when I was on his podcast, we both had a very similar perspective on this. I always talk about triple digit silver, 1 to 500, between 2025, 2026. And it's interesting, he says move sideways around $20 for 3 to 5 years because we know there's a lot of price manipulation. We know there's a lot of suppression. We know there's a lot of corruption behind the scenes. We know what the COMEX is doing. We know all of this. And when I talk about the macro, which is actually also pretty cool if you watch on my episode, he's talking about the micro, he's talking about what real money is, he's talking about financial system, he's talking about how silver's always been real money, protecting your wealth, and I come in from the supply deficit side of things. So he's saying not only is silver the perfect investment because you're putting your money into something that holds its value, putting fake money into real money, but you're also saying that silver has potential because of the supply deficit and how we need more and more of it. It's crazy to think that there's not one factor that could push silver over the edge very easily. There's 2 factors that are both intertwining and the stars are aligning. It's pretty crazy. So I was talking more from the macro perspective, and actually he posted a tweet a couple days later talking about the macro, and he was referring to what I was mentioning on his episode. So anyways, let's keep moving on. Rich Dad, Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki has said that a lot of investors are not paying enough attention to a well-known precious metal, and they're missing out on an investment opportunity. In a Twitter post, Kiyosaki agreed with Andy Schectman, president of precious metals investment firm Miles Franklin, that silver is the most undervalued asset in a generation. Andy Schectman says silver is the most undervalued asset of a generation. And funny enough, if you guys watch my channel, you know that Andy Schectman and I also have a show together where we talk about silver and usually come from the macro perspective. The undervalued side of thing is one angle, but Andy and I talk about the shortage, the supply deficit. Where's all this silver going? The BRICS nations, why it's needed. And I think that's pretty cool since Andy and I have a weekly show, and Robert Kiyosaki obviously looks very highly to Andy Schectman. And Miles Franklin is the company that Andy Schectman is the CEO of. And if you did want to purchase silver, which I highly recommend you go through Miles Franklin, just send an email to info@milesfranklin.com. Let him know I sent you. Say Silver Slayer sent me. Andy would love to hear it. You could build a business relationship. And actually, when I was on Robert Kiyosaki's podcast, this is very interesting. Robert says, my silver dealer for over 40 years called me and said he cannot find silver anymore. But then he goes, but you know who can? Andy Schectman can. And I was like, I already know. I don't even think he knew that Andy and I are that closely, are that closely acquainted. But regardless, there is a lot of opportunity with all these big dogs coming out and speaking the truth and finding a bigger platform and being able to expose and spread the narrative of why you need to put your money in something that holds its value as the dollar is collapsing. So Kiyosaki has been recommending silver as a better investment option. Last year, in one of his tweets, he said, "To profit from the crash of the US dollar, I bought many more ounces of silver buffalo rounds. Silver is a bargain." And he actually bought those buffaloes from Andy Schectman. He predicted silver moving sideways around $20 for 3 to 5 years and then rallying to $100 to $500. 3 to 5 years is a very good take, I think, because by then we'll be deep enough into the whole Green New Deal, this new digital technological era. I think by then the silver shortage will be blatantly obvious. Silver's true value will have to come out regardless of how much price suppression there is. See, everything pulls silver's price to certain percentages and degrees. The dollar index is a large factor, but maybe stock market volatility is a lot lower. Maybe Bitcoin's price, maybe whatever Federal Chairman Jerome Powell comes out the week leading up to the FOMC meeting, or there's so many different factors that, and even gold itself, so many different factors affect the price of silver. But the biggest one is the fundamentals, supply and demand. And when the fundamentals expose how extremely scarce silver really is, no matter how much money you throw in the other direction, or no matter how many, blatant buy or sell orders JP Morgan tries to throw on these exchanges to suppress the market, it won't be able to keep up. And that's what Ted Butler's talked about before, is when the COMEX gets exposed, silver's true price will come out. So another tweet from Robert Kiyosaki, his end is here, called Jerry Williams, my trusted gold and silver dealer. He said, "I can't get gold or silver coins. The mint will not sell me anymore. To me, this means the end of fake money is here. As stated in an earlier tweet, silver going to $100, $500. Get some, protect yourself." And that's actually funny because that's what he referred to in my episode. His gold dealer of several decades said he can't get silver anymore. And he went to Andy Schectman because the U.S. Mint only will work with a few authorized dealers. Miles Franklin is one of those authorized dealers. Robert Kiyosaki's gold dealer isn't. The U.S. Mint publicly banned anyone and everyone from buying directly from them. Miles Franklin can, and a couple other places can. So that's another reason why I highly recommend you buy through Miles Franklin. Remember, send an email to info@milesfranklin. Their website will be up very, very shortly. It is done, but they're just they're making sure they're doing like test runs and stuff. But regardless, they're going to keep a hybrid, which I think is perfect, because usually on websites you're only allowed to spend like up to $10,000, and I know a lot of people like to make bigger purchases. But everyone can afford silver, even poor. Accumulate silver now, he said. Kiyosaki's warned that the world economy is on the verge of a collapse, and the country may witness a condition similar to the Great Depression during the 1930s. Please, 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 world economy on a verge of a collapse. Runs on banks next. Saving frozen, bailing next. Tweeted. You can buy a real silver coin for about $25. Please take care. For years, I have been saying saving money and investing in a well-diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs is risky advice. Today, it's still very risky advice. I still believe gold, silver, Bitcoin best unstable times, although prices will go up and down. Take care, he tweeted. Which I definitely agree. I mean, at the end of the day, nothing compares to gold and silver. Nothing does. You could try to say that maybe this has potential to get you rich quick, but what determines wealth? Silver won't make you rich. Silver is what makes you rich, right? If you're trying to find some investment just to get rich quick, then you're in it for the wrong reasons, and you're not fully understanding why we stack silver, why silver's so undervalued. And then that means the second that silver hits $50, you're probably going to sell it all thinking it's going to, and it's not about that. It's not supposed to be fake money to real money, putting your fiat into silver and then selling the silver back to fiat. That's so contradicting. Now, yes, you could take some profits off the top, and maybe pay off your mortgage or whatever. But if you're not planning on keeping silver for maybe your kids or grandkids, or maybe you don't have kids or grandkids, so whatever. If you're not planning on, and my whole point is looking at this from a long-term perspective, a long haul, you're going to sell yourself short. If you're thinking you just want to get in silver, wait for it to explode in 5 years, and then cash out, you are going to be kicking yourself in the butt, because we're talking about something that's a much, much longer play. We're talking 10, 15, 20 years plus. And that's the whole point. It's long haulers. If you're in this as some get rich quick investment, then you're in it for the wrong reason, and it's going to bite you in the butt. So anyways, I just thought this was pretty interesting. Remember, if you did want to go check out my episode on the Rich Dad channel, which I'm actually, there's a chance I'll be back on. His assistant emailed me and said that they did want to have me back on soon, and I think that'd be awesome. I mean, if you guys don't know, him and Andy Schectman are very good friends. They actually went to lunch together the other day, and who knows what the future holds. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just saying a lot of big things are happening out there, and a lot of opportunities for myself, a lot of opportunities for a lot of people, and I hope you guys are going to be here for the ride, because I'm going to keep just making content, keep making videos, keep doing giveaways, and keep informing the masses of why you need to invest into silver. Point blank, period. And I hope you guys will enter my giveaway, because I want everyone that watches my channel, that's subscribed, I want to be able to offer you a chance to win. You know, that's why I do so many giveaways. If I could give away silver to every single subscriber, I would. Obviously, that's not possible, but just to be able to give every single person the option or the opportunity to potentially win, that's amazing to me. And that's just a small token of my appreciation, pun intended. And may the luckiest stackers win. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out my videos. Make sure you go check out my episode on the Rich Dad channel with over 3 million subscribers. It was a great episode. It really was. I still, to this day, every single day, get emails from people saying that they saw my episode and that they were inspired to start because of me. And I just think that's so awesome. I mean, it's so insane just to think to that scale. To think to that scale that I was able to reach people on, and how many people I was able to invite to the world of precious metals, because I was invited into the world of precious metals once upon a time. So I'm just giving back. So anyways, yeah, make sure you subscribe, go into my giveaway. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.